Hey guys, welcome back. If you've been watching my channel for probably the past year or so, you've seen me review a number of pieces that I've ordered from Quince, and today I'm going to share my top 10 items that I have gotten from there. So some of these pieces I've mentioned before in other videos, some of them I have been using but never talked about, so they're not exactly in a particular order, they're sort of in an order, you'll see. I just wanted to mention before we really get started that Quince still doesn't know who I am despite all the videos that I have made, so I am not affiliated with them. I have links, but they're not any kind of Quince affiliate. This is 100% my thoughts. I bought everything with my own money. If you are interested in a discount from Quince by using my referral link, I have to send them one at a time. So if you find this helpful and you want to use my referral link, I appreciate it, and then I earn some Quince points as well. Couple ways you can do this. You can find me on Instagram and send me a DM. You can find my email address and send me an email. Or I now have a link on my link tree where you can just enter your email address, and through any of those methods, I just need your email address and then I will send you the referral directly from Quince. So like, you won't really hear from me, you'll just get an email from Quince. So please use that, that is your referral email. So thank you in advance if you choose to do that. So the first item I'm going to start with is the one that I use pretty much every day, and that is the 100% mulberry silk pillowcase. So I actually have a slip pillowcase, a slip silk pillowcase. You know, it's good for your hair and your face and whatever, and it was not cheap, but I use it every day and, you know, wash it in between as much as possible. But I was really looking for a second nice silk pillowcase, and I saw Quince had them, and I wasn't sure if it would be the same. It's exactly the same. It's just as nice. You know, fits my pillow and everything. It has the zippered closure on one end, because that's the thing with silk pillowcases, they're kind of slippery and you don't want it to like slip off the pillow. So now I have two that I can switch between. I love this light blue color that I got. I would also love to get a third one in yet a different color. The first one that I have from the other brand is a white color, so I'd love to get some other colors for these, but yes, it's lovely and it is just as good as the name brand one that they compare it to. I can vouch for that at half the price. The next item is another one that you haven't seen me share yet, and that is the lightweight down packable puffer hooded jacket. So I have been looking for like a medium weight kind of jacket for a while now. Every time I get a new jacket, it's so much heavier than I expected that it was going to be, you know, having not seen it in person. And so I've been looking at a number of the Quince jackets, and I finally bit the bullet and ordered this one, and I love it. The fit is great. I love the way that the hood lays. It has like an inside pocket and a lot of really nice features, and I just really like the fit. So I'll just put it on, since I haven't, I don't think, shared this in a previous video. But it zips really nicely. It actually has like a double zipper, so if you wanted for extra room at the bottom, you could zip up from the bottom. I haven't really done that. The sleeves have like a nice elastic around the edge to keep them kind of shut. The zipper actually goes up nice and high. You know, I don't usually have to zip it up this high, but I did recently, and I was like, oh yes, that works so well. The hood is fantastic. My previous jacket, like the hood stayed really like raised and bulky feeling on the back, so I like the way that this one lays. I like the length. Hopefully you can see, but I'm 5'4", and it hits me like just below my hips. I'm also kind of high-waisted, so that's been another challenge for me with jackets. I like how it has like the little elastic strings to tighten the hood, but they're not like obtrusive, big, chunky things. What else do I like? Oh, the side pockets also zip shut, which I love, you know, if you're putting your keys or something in there. And I also really like that the interior is not a fleecy material. The interior is just as you know, smooth of a surface as the exterior. My previous jacket, I hate doing comparisons, but my previous jacket was like fleece on the inside, which sounds like it would be nice, but it just like collected fur and lint, and like it was hard, like your sleeves inside their sleeves didn't like slide down nicely because they were getting caught up on the fleece. So this, everything just like slips inside of, and of course it fits over all your big bulky sweaters and such. It does have a little interior pocket, which I really like, you know, for holding things when you're out in the cold, holding more stuff. Yeah, I really like this jacket, if you can't tell. So highly recommend, and it's just the right weight for what I was looking for. It definitely keeps you warm. We've had some very, very cold days here. It's definitely warm enough for those cold days, but without being like super heavy and sweltering. So yes, highly recommend the puffer jacket. I'll also mention, since I know it's going to come up, I generally order everything according to the Quince size chart. I have a typical Quince size that fits me for most pieces, and unless I tell you otherwise, that's the size that I got, and I'll just recommend that you know your measurements and then compare it against the Quince size chart. However, for the jacket, I did size up one size based on some reviews and things that I had seen, and that was definitely the right decision. Like I said, you know, it fits very comfortably, it fits over things. So definitely recommend sizing up one for the jacket. So the next item is also one that I use almost every day, and if I'm not using it, I will come back to it soon, and that is their Italian leather patchwork crossbody purse. So I did share this one in a previous video. It's not exactly a dupe for the Loewe puzzle bag, but I have been noted by some fashionable friends, hey, don't you know that that bag is very similar to ... So yes, it definitely has exactly the same vibes. And I keep coming back to it. I love the size. I love that it's just like a little something different and unique, a little almost edgy, you know, with the angles and the hardware. I like that it has a crossbody. I'll say my one complaint about it is that this crossbody strap is really short. Like I mentioned, I'm 5'4". I have a very high waist, a short torso. This is on its very longest setting, and it's still, like, I wish I could lower it like one notch more. If you're any taller than this, you know, I think that's just the way that it's supposed to fit, but, you know, it will ride kind of high on you. So keep that in mind, but for me, it works perfect on the very last setting. But yeah, I love the magnetic closure. Like, you can fully just open it wide on the top and then just magnet it shut. You don't have to mess with zippers or anything, and yeah, I fit all my stuff so perfectly, and it's just really nice and versatile, and I get lots of great compliments, and it has little feet on the bottom, which I love. So yes, I know this keeps coming in and out of stock, so if you're interested in it, please just keep your eye out for it. And it does come in other shades as well, you know, browns and beiges, as Quince loves to do. So the next item is the one that I'm wearing, but I also have another example one here hanging since I wanted to pull everything off the rack. This is their cotton modal scoop neck tee, and this is one of the first items that I bought when I first started ordering from Quince, and I really thought that I'd prefer the V-neck one more, so I actually got a bunch of V-necks and then just one scoop neck, you know, just to try, and I actually prefer the scoop neck, and so I had to get more. Now, you know, I like colors, and Quince doesn't do a lot of colors, so I have it in black, this solid gray, the navy, and a heathered gray. If they make more colors, I'll buy more, but I don't do the browns and greens and stuff. But yes, I love it. It's just a really nice kind of smooth texture. I know I've heard people say that they really don't hold up. I don't know. I wear these a lot. I wash them. I hang them to dry. They've held up fine. I've spilled stuff on them. I've washed it off. So I really like these, and I think they're just a really nice layer, you know, for, you know, underneath something or in the summertime. They're not a lot of like synthetic material, so they probably help you keep cooler in the summer. But yeah, I really like these. They're just a nice basic piece and really good price. Especially they have usually like a deal, like if you buy a set of 3, you get them even at a little more of a discount. So definitely recommend the tees, whether you prefer a V-neck or a scoop neck, but I really like the way that the scoop neck looks on me. Going along with that is the other item that I'm wearing right now, which is their Flown It mid-rise joggers. And I know I haven't made a video about these yet either. I actually bought them as part of their like Black Friday sales, and I haven't bought really any new loungewear since 2020 when I realized I was going to be spending a lot of time in loungewear. So and I wear it a lot every day, so I needed to update my collection, and I was sort of torn between these and a different like straight leg pair, and the joggers ended up selling out in most colors, so I was only able to get these black ones, and so then I got a couple pairs of the straight leg pants instead. I really prefer these. Even though they're the same material, these just feel softer. I don't know if they're like more brushed or something, but they really feel softer. They have pockets, which the other pants I got do not. They do have a drawstring at the waist, but it actually stays tied. The other pants that I got, like the drawstring doesn't really stay tied even. And I often worry about joggers because sometimes they do, like if they run a little short or they shrink up a little, you know, then the tight part is like higher up your leg and you don't want that. But these, you know, I've washed these, I've been wearing them. They haven't been shrinking, they don't really ride up there. They really just fit perfectly, and I really like the way that they fit. So I almost, not that I regret getting the straight leg ones, they're fine. I really wish they had pockets, but these, you know, if you're between the two, I would recommend the joggers for sure. They're just really soft and nice, and have a lot of nice features. So the next item that I am pulling off the rack is the French Terry modal cardigan. And I kind of got this on a whim in one of my very first Quince orders last year, or I guess like 2 years ago now. I hadn't even, you know, heard of it, thought about it, but I just saw it on the website and thought it looked interesting. It's actually turned into like one of my favorite kind of spring and fall layers. It's just so soft and like flowy, like liquidy feeling, nicely drapey. It has the nice kind of, you know, shawl collar. It has pockets, it has thumb holes in the sleeves. It's a good length, like you could wear it with leggings or whatever. It, you know, it covers your butt, and it's just really nice, like a little, like, you know, one step elevated loungewear. Like you can definitely wear it around the house hanging around, but I really love it for traveling. I've taken it on trips, and it's just a great comfy kind of cozy layer that's perfect for a lot of different applications. So I'm very happy that it caught my eye because it really has turned into one of my favorite Quince pieces. Next up is their 100% European linen wide leg pants, and I have been for the last couple of years on a kind of journey to find the best linen pants, and so I've tried a number of different things. These are probably my favorite at this point. They do have side pockets. They have faux back pockets, so unfortunately, you know, not real, but you do get these really nice, deep, very usable side pockets. Like you could put your phone in here and it's not gonna fall out. The length is great on me. It has a nice wide elastic waistband. It does have a drawstring in the front that's just like a string, and I just pulled it out of all of mine. And probably my favorite part is it actually came in some colors. So these are the black ones, but I also got them in a beautiful kind of turquoise color, and I got a sort of like chambray and white stripe pattern, which I wasn't 100% sure about, but they actually probably became my most worn casual pants of the summer, last summer. So yeah, love all the patterns that are available. And this isn't officially on my list, but I wanted to mention it because it really does go well together, and that's their 100% linen cropped tank. I wasn't sure about this when I ordered it, but I figured it would be nice to go with the pants as kind of a set. So I've definitely worn it as a set. I just have the black one, so I've worn it as a set with the black pants. I've worn it, you know, on its own with other things, with shorts. It is, again, I keep saying I'm high-waisted, so on me it's not really cropped. It like hits me at just the right part, but it does have the buttons down the back, which is a little bit of a unique feature, and Again, the linen material is really nice. You can see both of these, like, they could do with a good steaming. I've definitely steamed them, and actually I recommend steaming everything that you get from Quince or anywhere else, really. I'll link to my favorite steamer too. But you know, it's linen, and so it does get kind of wrinkly, but I've worn these together to different events and things, and again, I just really like their linen stuff. So now we have another pair of pants. These are their washable stretch silk palazzo pants, and this was another thing that I kind of bought on a whim. Like, I saw the picture on the Quince website and I was like, I don't like, it looks cool, I don't know, I'll buy them, and you know, if I don't like it I can return it. They became my go-to pants of the summer for anything where I had to like dress up a little bit and I just wasn't sure what to wear, or like didn't want to wear a full dress. I love the silk. You guys know that I love the silk. It's so flowy feeling, and man, when you have this amount of silk on like your entire half of your body, it just feels so flowy and liquidy. I love the look of them and the way that, you know, it almost looks like a maxi skirt, but it's not. I really like that it has a flat front waistband. The back waistband is elastic, but I like that the front is flat, so it's not adding any extra bulk or lumpiness or anything. The one thing that I miss is no pockets. I'm sure that would like take away from it somehow, but you know, that is like the one negative that I could say. But man, I love like the length, I love the drapiness, and yeah, they're just so cool. And yet another thing that you could dress up or down. There were a couple times like over the summer where, you know, we were doing something for the day and then I was going to change tops and like keep these same bottoms and go do something a little nicer. So yeah, very versatile as well. And they do come in like a couple colors, but again, Quince, please, I wish you would make things in actual fun colors. I love a color. So sticking with the silk, my next recommendation is the washable stretch silk sleeveless blouse. I will first just say I don't think this is available anymore, this exact one. I will link to a similar one that I also have and like, but I really hope that they bring this back because it's really lovely. As I mentioned, first of all, I love the silk and I love how kind of flowy and liquidy it is. But what I really like about this is it kind of gives you the look of a button down, but without the buttons. So it's just a kind of, you know, loose sleeveless blouse, but it does have like a little bit of a little, you know, placket in the front and a little bit of an interesting kind of neckline. The other one that I'll link to is a V-neck. It just, you know, it doesn't have this extra little detail. And then on the back, same thing, it has like this little bit of detailing and the, you know, separate collar. So when you're wearing it under like a cardigan or a jacket or something, it's so comfortable, soft, flowy, cool to wear in the summertime. It's definitely become like my go-to top for when I need to, you know, dress up for some kind of work event or something, but, you know, still need to stay cool, or just want to be comfortable. I just have it in this, I think this color is called Wine Tasting, and then I have a black one, of course. But man, I hope it comes back because I love this top and I've definitely gotten lots of use out of them since I bought them. And last but not least, my final recommendation is the 100% organic cotton Boyfriend crew sweater. Now, I will say this one, and I got one other last year, and I love them. They're nice and heavy. The fit is great. The sleeves are like a little, not puffy, but like there's a little something to the sleeves. They have kind of like a high-low hemline. I really like the fit of these. I got one new one for this winter and it just doesn't fit the same. It really feels a little shorter in the body, and so like it doesn't hit me at the same place. I feel like it's not as flattering. I don't know if it's just an issue with that color. I got a gray one for this winter, and my previous ones were this black, and then I also got like a purple color. So I don't know if it's a color thing, if they're just making them different now. So take my recommendation with a grain of salt, but I do really like this sweater, and when they fit, they really are like a go-to piece for me in the winter when you just want to wear like a nice cozy sweater with jeans or, you know, work pants or a skirt or whatever. Fits really nice, and I like them assuming that they stay like this one. So I really hope that you guys found my top 10 recommendations useful. Again, if you want to use my referral link, please just get in touch with me through one of those methods and I will send you that link through Quince. I just need your email address. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know if there's other things that I have mentioned from Quince that you want to hear, like how do I like them now? Do I still keep that recommendation? But I really hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.